Guys, we are back with my official yearly recap of 2023. First of all, Happy New Year. I'm filming this on the 1st of January. So yeah, we had a really good year, 2023. I'm going to tell you everything about my 2023 best, worst, favorite BLs that I've watched. And yeah, you guys seem to really enjoyed the video that I did last year. So I thought, let's do another one. So I pulled up the BL Watcher, which is where you can see everything that was released this year. All the anime BL, Hong Kong BLs, Japanese BLs, Taiwanese BL, Korean BLs, and Thailand BLs. So many, like hundreds of BLs we had this year. Some really good, some really, really bad. But out of all of them, I watched pretty much everything, I would say. Mostly everything, and the things that I didn't watch were the things that I actually did not want to watch. But everything that I wanted to watch, I watched. So yes, okay, let's jump right into this. So I'm going to tell you my favorite BLs, my least favorite BLs, my biggest disappointments, my so good BL, so bad BLs that it was actually good, the series that I've dropped, and my most anticipated BLs of 2024. I've got my notes. I took so many notes, guys. This year was very hard for me to make a top. So my top is actually top 11. Yes, I have a top 11. So it was so hard, guys. I struggled. It took me so long to try and find out which one was my favorite. But in the end, I made a choice. I will stand by my choice. So first of all, I watch most of my reactions on Patreon. So if you guys only watch me on YouTube, you probably have not seen many of my reactions. Unfortunately, YouTube has become so strict with copyright. So I upload everything on my Patreon, and this year I've also uploaded extra reactions on my channel membership. So let's start. So I thought we would start with the series I didn't like, because I think we should make our way to the top of my favorite. So first of all, I want to say that everything is taste. So if you guys really love the series and I didn't like it, it's all about taste, guys. Literally, it has nothing to do with the series being good or bad. And also, I want to put out there that I don't have the same taste as most of reactors or most people. Usually, I really love shows that people don't love, and I really don't enjoy the shows that are like everybody loves. So I really am staying true to what I love and what I feel. And I know sometimes a lot of people get mad at me for not liking a show, but if I don't like it, I don't like it. There's not much that I can do. It's really my taste. Let me tell you the shows that I didn't like, and I didn't realize, but there is so many. I'm not gonna go too much in depth about why I didn't like a show, but I will just tell you like a little bit. So the shows that I didn't like: Love Syndrome 3. I'm not gonna talk too much about it. I just did not enjoy it. It was not for me. Really did not like much about it. But we did finish it on my Patreon. Now, History 5, Love in the Future. Oh my god, this was painful to watch. It's so sad because Taiwan and the History series used to be like one of the best, and now it's become so bad, and I was very disappointed. Remember Me, guys. I almost dropped it. It was very hard for me to finish this. I watched it solely for Giant First, and I didn't even enjoy Giant First in it. I watched for Giant First and I stayed for Title. That's pretty much it. Now, Wedding Plan, guys. I feel bad, but I just did not enjoy Wedding Plan. I just did not enjoy the plot at all. I thought it was very frustrating. Did not enjoy that pairing that much. Did not really care for it. That's what I would say. Did not care for it. It wasn't that bad, but it just was not my thing. Hidden Agenda. Guys, Hidden Agenda, very big disappointment. Just did not enjoy it. Really wanted to drop it, but ended up finishing it. I think Jung-dong deserved better. I think their acting was so much better in this, but the plot and the script they had was so painful to watch, and Jung-dong deserves better. Now, Minato's Laundromat Season 2, guys. If you're part of my Patreon, Minato's Laundromat Season 2, why did they even make it? Why? I just really enjoy the characters, hated the plot, hated just the... Why? This is my question. Minato's Laundromat Season 2. Why? June and June. This, I think a lot of people enjoyed it. I did not enjoy it. Ugh, I just did not like it. There was a lot of Korean BLs I did not enjoy this year. June and June was one of them. Just did not care for it, did not enjoy the pairings, did not enjoy the plot. I think most of it is about the plot and the script. Starstruck, another Korean BL. Ugh, probably one of the worst BL we've had this year. In terms of acting, storyline, ditch, fish, kiss, they gave us everything basically. That is a recipe for a disaster in a BL. Just did not enjoy it. Take it out of my memory, please. Bed Friend series, guys. I really wanted to enjoy it. I really wanted to like Bed Friend series so much. I just did not like it. I just did not enjoy it. I think it was very hard for me to watch. I think that if I had known, if there was more disclaimers about the topics, I might have not have watched it. I thought it was hard to watch with the very hard topic that were very not well written and not well made, though I really wanted to enjoy it. You Are Mine, Taiwanese BL, very disappointed in it, did not enjoy it. It was frustrating to watch. And then last one was Step by Step. Guys, I just did not like Step by Step. The only thing that I loved about Step by Step was Man, the actor. I thought he was the best, like one of the best actors we've seen this year. Amazing, show-stopping performance. He gave us all the emotions. And the fact that he had to work with this script, just kudos to him. Really just was very hard for me to finish, very dragging. The episodes were way too long. I was bored and I just did not enjoy it. That being said, if you guys enjoyed the show, if you guys love those shows, then I understand. You know, it's all about taste. This is how I feel. But yes, okay. Now let's move on, guys, to my biggest disappointment of 2023. The biggest disappointment of the disappointments, and that is Dangerous Romance. Dangerous Romance. Guys, when the pilot trailer dropped, I was so excited for it. I was waiting for it. I was praying for it to arrive soon. It arrived, and boy, was I disappointed. I did not enjoy it at all. I don't know what happened. The only thing that I loved about Dangerous Romance is the non-existent side couple of Papeng and the other guy, which, sorry, I don't remember his name. Yes, Papeng and the mafia boss. Those were the two things that I liked. Unfortunately, did not enjoy the pairing of Shimon Perf. I don't know why. I think it just did not work. Did not like the script. Was very... just didn't really like it. Very disappointed. I really wanted to like it, but yeah. Let's not waste too much time on the things that I didn't like, and let's talk about the things that I've dropped. The things that were so painful to watch that I had to drop it. There was 3 shows, and first show that I dropped was Dinosaur Love. Guys, it was so bad that I had to drop it for my sanity. I had to drop it because I thought this is literally a waste of my precious time. I could be doing so many more things, and yes, just did not like it. I think I made it to 4 episodes, which is a lot, and guys. Second one that I dropped was Absolute Zero, and this is solemnly because I felt uncomfortable watching it. It was very hard for me to watch a grown adult man flirting with a teenage boy. It was just so uncomfortable. I just did not understand where they were going with it. I just could not. I know some people said that it started getting good after like episode 7, and I think if you have to wait until past episode 3 to like a show, then it's just not doing a good job. I just did not like it. It was very long and I felt bored and I just did not like it. Sorry. Now the third show that I had to drop, not because I did not like it, but because I was forced to drop it, was Middleman's Love, the series. And if you're part of my Patreon, you will know, but they gave me a strike and I basically lost my Patreon for 2 days because they found my reaction and they striked me and told me to delete my reactions and to not react anymore. So I had to drop it and I'm a bit salty about it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now let's move on to the shows that were so bad that they were good. The shows that were not the best, but for some odd reason, I actually enjoyed. And boy, there is a few. I think there's always that guilty pleasure, you know, the shows that are bad, but you can't stop watching it, you know? So my first one was Chains of Heart. Chains of Heart, boy, it was actually kind of good. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like, yes, it was bad, but I really enjoyed it. And I thought it was entertaining. And it was so frustrating to watch, but it was so frustrating that it actually made me want to watch it even more. For some reason, I don't know why, but yeah. Number 2, House of Stars. House of Stars, actually very entertaining. I was so entertained by this show. It was so bad that it was good. And P. Susie dying made it even better. I think in the end, I really enjoyed it. It was my little guilty pleasure. Now, number 3, Be Mine Superstar. Was it good? I don't know. Looking back, it wasn't that great. But guys, boy, did I enjoy it. Did I enjoy it. It was so entertaining, and yes, I know a lot of people did not like it, and I think I enjoyed it. So another guilty pleasure. Now, another also guilty pleasure was My Dear Gangster Oppa that we just finished. And was it the best show? No, it was not. Was it low budget? Probably. Did I enjoy it? Oh yes, I did. I enjoyed it so much. I really enjoyed it so much. Though it was not the best. So is it one of my guilty pleasure? Yes. So these are my guilty pleasure. I'm not including the shows that are still airing, but right now, guys, if you want to know, my other guilty pleasures are Playboy, because I think it's so bad, but it is so entertaining. I am enjoying it, guys. I'm here watching Playboy and being like, wow, damn, this is crazy. I can't believe I'm watching this. It's so bad, it's so good. I'm loving it. And then for him, I think also is bad, but damn, I'm enjoying it so much. And this is probably going to be on my list for next year because it's still airing. So I'm not including anything that is still airing at the moment. I think at the moment, 8 BL series are airing that I'm watching, so I'm not including them. They will be included next year. Let's talk about the shows that I loved, and there were so many. So I've realized that most of the shows that I loved were from Korea. And I think I loved 9 shows from Korea and 11 shows from Thailand. But Thailand had way more BLs than Korea. So technically, if I do the math, there was less Korean BLs, but more that I loved. and more Thai BLs, but less than I loved. I also really enjoyed Japanese BLs, but I think this year was not the best for Japanese BL, but I think this year was definitely Korea's year. At the moment, I am in the process of watching Why Are You Korea, and I'm really enjoying it, but I can't put it in my list because I'm only watching it right now, so it will be in my list next year. Okay, so let's move on to my top 11, and then I will tell you all the things that I love, because so many things didn't make it to my top 11, but so many things I really loved. Please keep in mind, this was so hard for me to rate because I really love all of them, and it was so hard for me to rate them. So I tried my best, and I had to stay true to my feelings, because I feel like sometimes people telling me they don't like a BL clouds my judgment when I really love a BL and people say, no, it's not good. And I feel like, oh, I shouldn't put it in my top. But then I'm like, no, because I actually loved it so much. So my fave are based on how many times I will rewatch them, how obsessed I am with it, how many times I watch the episode when it's aired. For example, if episode 1 airs, how many times have I watched episode 1 until episode 2 airs? Sometimes I watch like 2, 3, 4 times, guys. I'm like so obsessed. And then also how did it really like affect me? So this is how I rate. Okay, at number 11, we've got My Beautiful Man Eternal, which is a movie technically. But damn, I loved it. It's on my Patreon. Wow. I think it was so much better than My Beautiful Man season 1 and My Beautiful Man season 2. This was like the perfect wrapping gift. It made me cry. I actually cried. It was so beautiful. There was so much more character development. It was just so nice to watch. I really enjoyed it. So it had to go on my top. Now, top 10, number 10. This is one that I think not a lot of people have in their top, and not a lot of people have talked about, and I will tell you why. My number 10 is a Korean BL, and it is Unintentional Love Story. And I actually wanted to put it higher in my top, but I couldn't because there was too many. So why did I love this show so much? And why I think people didn't like it? I really loved it because this is the first ever Korean BLs that I watched that actually made me feel like I was watching a K-drama. It had the K-drama basically profile. It was everything about a K-drama except the two leads were men. And I just loved it so much. It was my feel-good show. It was heartwarming. It was healing. I loved the soundtrack. I really loved the acting. I think some people didn't like it, and I think why did people not like it? That's because there was a dead fish kiss. But, I think if I feel like I'm watching a K-drama, sometimes, even the male and the female, they kiss like dead fish. So it did not bother me because the story was there. The story, the script, the scenery, everything else was there. So it did not bother me that the kiss was just a peck. And I think that now people really enjoy only when there's like really good kisses. Unintentional Love Story had a dead fish kiss and I still loved it so much. So I'm thinking, imagine if they had given us a full-on mouth-to-mouth tongue kiss. It would have been literally on my top 3. So yes, that's how I rated it. But if you haven't watched it, I really recommend it. If you love K-dramas, watch it. I just really loved it. And I actually rewatched it. So I watched it twice this year. And my number 9, number 9 is If It's With You, Japanese BL. So If It's With You is my number 1 Japanese BL of this year. And it was just so beautiful. It's very short and I just loved everything about it. I think I loved it so much. Why? Because of the main character who was such a breath of fresh air. Our main character was, I think he was out of high school, openly gay man sexually active, wanting a boyfriend, very sassy, and very honest with his feelings and very straightforward. What a refreshing character. It's very rare for us to get this type of character. Non-apologetic about who he is, who he loves, and I just loved it. It was so refreshing, and the story was really beautiful. The shots were so beautiful. The feels this gave me was just amazing. I just loved it so much. My first number one Japanese BL this year, and it's on my number 9. Number 8. Ooh, number 8. I'm literally watching my top and I'm like, oh, interesting. Number 8 is Moonlight Chicken. Moonlight Chicken, guys, were so good. It was amazing. Nothing bad to say about it. It probably is in a lot of people's top 3. Unfortunately, there's so many shows that I really loved this year, so I had to put it on my number 8. But Moonlight Chicken, amazing. Everything amazing about it. Finally, we had a more mature show with 30-year-old main character. The side character storyline was so beautiful. I just loved everything about it. First Kaotong, Earth Mix, top-notch acting. Just the story was just amazing. And I think we need more stories like this. And I hope that GMMTV will give us more mature shows like that. I just really loved it. Beautiful, amazing. Top 7. On my number 7, it is another Korean BL. I'm very surprised that I put it on my number 7, but again, I really loved it. This show, I also reacted to it on my Patreon, and it is Love Class Season 2. I did not expect me to enjoy it this much. Also, I binge watched it, so I only watched it when all the episodes were released, and I was obsessed. I loved all the 3 couples, I loved all the storylines, I loved the acting, I was just so invested. There was just one storyline that I didn't really enjoy, which was the kind of murder mystery thing, jumping off the rooftop. That was okay. But other than that, I really loved it. It was just so refreshing. And yes, I will rewatch it for sure. I think they also gave us one of the best kisses, in a Korean BL. Wow, the dedication. I literally felt the love between all the actors and the characters. It was so beautiful. I loved it so much. At my number 6 is a GMMTV show, which maybe a lot of people didn't like, but I really loved it and it had to be in my top, guys. I had to put it in my top because otherwise I would be lying to myself. And my number 6 is Never Let Me Go. Never Let Me Go was so good. What, guys, I really love Ponpuin and they did not disappoint me. They did not disappoint me. I think they have one of the best chemistry. I think it was just such a good plot, and I really love a good mafia bodyguard. I'm a sucker for this type of thing. But what I really loved about this show was the way they fell in love. It was just so pure and so beautiful and so raw and just and there's this thing about we're on the run for our lives and I just want to be with you. That. That was just so amazing. And also another thing that made me love it so much was the soundtrack. Whoever did the soundtrack for Never Let Me Go, I still have chills about that scene when they're in the hotel room, when the mom died and they're playing chest pains and they're just dancing drunk. There's just something about this scene that literally makes me just wow. Loved it so much. Ponpuin, congratulations. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Now on my number 5. Number 5 is maybe not a BL, I don't know, but for me it was. So my number 5 is Stay With Me, Chinese BL remake of Addicted. Guys, this show was so good, so amazing. The actors did the most amazing job. The actors, like 10 out of 10. I just love them so much. The ending was quite like a bit disappointing. It was a bit like, ugh, but I enjoyed every second of it. There were so many episodes, but still it felt so short. The pacing was beautiful. The way they fell in love, the way they started this friendship and this bond, and the way they were there for each other no matter what. And just also even the side actors, the mom, the stepmom, the dad, the kid, everything was good. The soundtrack was amazing. I just like loved it so much. I already loved Addicted. Like Addicted was one of my top BLs of all time, but when they made the remake, I was scared, but it did not disappoint. There is no kisses, there is no NC scene, it's nothing like this, but the love is there. The love is there, guys, so much that you really do not need to see it in action. So yeah, my number 5. Okay, number 4. Oh, number 4. One that probably should have been in my top 3, but unfortunately, sorry, I don't have space for you. But number 4, Only Friends. Only Friends, guys. Only Friends was amazing. It was finally a grown-up adult show with, you know, talking about sex and talking about mental health and talking about alcoholism, like so many things, so many subjects were touched on, and they were touched on so well, like so well done, so well made. There was a few things I didn't like. I mean, a few couple characters that annoyed me, and that was mostly Shum and her brother. But other than that, it gave us some of the best performances of this year, some of the best acting, some of the best, you know, pairings. I just loved everything about it. I think they could have done even more with the show. I think they could have gone like even more with, you know, the ending. But I'm so satisfied with it. I think we need more shows like this, and amazing, like, bravo, Only Friends, you did it. You made me obsessed. And yes, okay, now we're entering our top 3. Oh my god. And my number 3 is another GMMTV show, and that is My School President. Actually, My School President was so long ago. Like, we finished it like what, 9 months ago, so I feel like it wasn't fresh in my memory. So I felt like I wanted to put it like lower, but then I was like, no, I shouldn't, because I do remember the feeling of watching it, and I do remember that it was just amazing, and it needs to be in our top 3 because we need to give props to Fourth and Gemini for giving us the feels to bring us back in high school and bring us back to puppy love and first feelings, and all of it being with music made it even better, and all the performances were so good. It was amazing, and I feel like one of the best school BLs we've ever had, and amazing performance and amazing side characters, amazing storyline, amazing everything. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Top 3. And my number 2 is one of the shows that literally affected me deeply. Like, it really did something to my heart. It made me feel things that I haven't felt in a while. I loved everything about this show. I loved the acting, the soundtrack, the storyline, the characters. I loved everything about this. And it's a Korean BL, and it is The Eighth Sense. The Eighth Sense was so well done, so well made. It made me cry like I haven't cried before, guys. Oh my god, it's on my Patreon if you want to watch my reaction, but the last episode before the end, so I think there's 8 episodes, so episode 7 broke me. Like, it broke me down into tears. Just that scene when they run back to each other, to the song of Conan Gray. That was just like one of the best moments of this year in a BL. It's just so beautiful. I really enjoyed the characters. I just loved everything. I've watched every interview, I've watched every behind the scenes, I've watched everything that they released. Like, I just need to give props to them because this was just so beautiful and so amazing. And if you haven't watched it, you need to watch it. Now my number one, guys, we are back to my number one. And I feel like a lot of people are not gonna agree with me. And I felt as though this should not be my number one, but if I didn't put it on my number one, I would be lying to myself. I would literally be doing it for other people because this is a show that not a lot of people enjoy. It's a show that is not that good. It's a show that is not groundbreaking. But for some reason, it has to be on my number one because it is my favorite. Because it is, deep down in my heart, my favorite show of this year. And this show is, drumroll, Kiseki, Dear to Me. Kiseki, Dear to Me. Guys, I know that might be a shock for a lot of you, but I just have to put it on my number one because it is my favorite show of 2023. I have rewatched it to the amount that it's not healthy to rewatch a show. I've watched everything about the actor. I've watched every behind the scenes. I've watched every live. I literally watch them live for 2 hours without subtitles. Like, this is how much I love them so much. I love the characters. I love the storyline. I love that we got Wayne and Chun-Chi back. I just loved everything about this, guys. Like, I have no complaint. Like, yeah, was it the best? No, it was not the best. Was it the best acting? No, but boy, did I just love everything about this. There's no denying. I mean, I'm sorry, but I loved both the couples. To me, the revelation of this year was Louis and Nat. Like, wow. We had the best characters. Eddie is, to me, one of the best characters written in a BL. We've got like a sassy, in love, ready to die for someone. I just love, this type of love where you love someone so much that you're ready to die for them. And why I love Eddie so much is because in any typical BL drama, there's always a character that is in love with someone else, and that someone else treats you badly, but then when they get feelings for you, suddenly you welcome them, and you're like, oh my god, thank you, thank God, he finally fell in love with me. I'm gonna forget all the bad things you did, and I'm gonna be with you. And I love that Eddie in the series did not go back because he knew he deserves better. And I love to have a character that is in love with someone, but also not gonna be with that person because they know they deserve better. And I thought, this is so relatable. Like, we need more characters like this that know what they want and know what they deserve. And it was just so good to, like, see a character like Eddie who is so sassy. And so I just love the whole talk about, I want me to die first because I could never leave if you die, and them making the promise that they should die within 1 second of each other. Like, it was just everything. I just loved it so much. I hate the amnesia plot. Like, the amnesia plot needs to be stopped. Stop it already. This should never be done. And it did not bother me that much, but other than that, it had to be in my top, guys. I just loved it so much. So yes, this is my official top 11. But now that I think about it, maybe I'm gonna do a top 12, because there's one show that I didn't put, which was Laws of Attraction, which was the same actors of To Serve With Love. And I really enjoyed this, guys. Okay, it's gonna be my top 12. So yeah, I have to put it because, first of all, we need more mature content and we need more BLs with 30-year-old characters. I feel like we need more adult characters. Like, I'm so done with high school, with teenagers. I just want like someone late 20s, mid 30s. That's what I want. So I have to put on my number 12, Laws of Attraction. It was so entertaining, so entertaining. And now, in terms of the best BLs of 2023, not particularly my favorites, but the best of the best, la crème de la crème. If we take in count the script, the acting, the costumes, the scenery, the chemistry, for me, these are the best of the best. So in no particular order, I would say Moonlight Chicken. Moonlight Chicken, best at everything. Everything was so beautiful, and I really just want to praise it even more and say that it really was one of the best BLs we've ever had. Also, The Eighth Sense. Again, The Eighth Sense, I think in terms of Korea, it is really up there. It was so beautiful. Scenery, costume, chemistry, everything. I just loved everything about it. A special mention for I Feel You, Linger in the Air, in terms of chemistry, scenery, acting, everything, just the costume, the design, just everything. Special mention for, filming on the water, filming with accents, like everything. This was just so well made, so well done. Definitely one of the best BLs that Thailand has given us. And yeah, I think this is basically my top 3 of the best. Yeah. Okay, now special mention to one of my fave that I did not put in my top, but I have to mention it because it was so good. And that is a Boss and a Babe, guys. Boss and a Babe, Force and Book. I really enjoyed it so much. It was so entertaining. I really, really, really loved it. And I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I really hated Vice Versa. And I was really shocked at how much I loved A Boss and a Babe. So special mention to A Boss and a Babe. And yes, so I put a list of my fave shows that are not on my top, but that I really loved. So guys, I really loved in Korea, All the Liquors, A Shoulder to Cry On, but I did not like the end of A Shoulder to Cry On. I really loved Our Dating Scene. I really loved Unintentional Love Story, The Eighth Sense. I really loved Love Mate, Love Tractor, Sing My Crush, Love Class Season 2, Bon Appetit, and A Breeze of Love. For my favorite Taiwanese BL, I really loved Kiseki and Stay By My Side. My favorite Thai BLs were Laws of Attraction, Between Us, My School President, Never Let Me Go, Moonlight Chicken, A Boss and a Babe, Only Friends, I Feel You, Linger in the Air, My Dear Gangster Oppa. Obviously, all the rest are things that are airing right now, so I'm not gonna put them in it. But yeah, and for my favorite Japanese, My Beautiful Man Eternal, Our Dining Table, If It's With You, I Cannot Reach You, One Room Angel, and my personal Weatherman. And to finish off this list, I'm gonna tell you my most anticipated BLs of 2024 after I've reacted to all the pilot trailer, all the trailers of the shows that are coming, all the teaser, the pilots. Out of all the pilots they gave us, 3 stood out to me, and 3 are my most anticipated shows of 2024. And my number 3 is The Vampire Project with Boon Prem. Guys, so if you guys didn't know, if you're not subscribed, I was in Thailand. I was in the theater live with the actors watching the project lineup. So I saw it in the freaking biggest screen with a room full of people with the actors in front of me. And when it came on the screen, I just know it's gonna be one of my top. I just know it, and I'm just so excited for it. I hope it comes soon. So excited. And my number 2, Red Peafowl. The trailer was so good. I'm so excited. It was everything that I love in a show. It's a cop with a mafia. I'm just so excited for it, guys. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It has to be good. But I know already that my top number one BL of 2024 is gonna be Last Twilight, no matter what. You heard it here first. So none of those shows can be as good as Last Twilight. And my number one most anticipated series of 2024 is Jack and Joker, Yin and War. Oh my god, a fresh plot, finally! A fresh plot! Something that has never been done before, something fun, with action, enemies to lover, amazing cast, amazing characters. I cannot wait. Wow, when this drop, it's gonna be so epic. And yes, guys, this video was so long. Oh my god. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know your top 3 of this year, and let me know if there's some shows that you really loved that I didn't mention, or some shows that I loved that you didn't like. Let me know, and remember, it's all about taste. And because I did not like something doesn't mean it was bad, and because I loved something doesn't mean it was good, you know? But yeah, please respect everybody's love, and I think if you love a show, you shouldn't have to tell people why you love it. You know, if you love it, you love it. That's it. But yeah, this is my top 12 BLs of 2023. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to join my Patreon if you want to watch all the BLs with me. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!